Hey, it's me, Terry. Welcome to the Mess and the Bliss. Thanks so much for showing up. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. So, yes, I did just wake up and decide that I would. That's Buster. So, if you watched the one I made yesterday, Buster was eating in the background. Now he is playing with his toy. So, we just get Buster. I was going to say sightings, but I guess it's like listenings. I don't know. Anyway, coffee mugs, word hugs. Today's my dad's angel day. This is the coffee mug for today. It's Oscar's, which is a little restaurant in Springdale, Utah, where my dad used to take us for breakfast, and he bought me this mug. So there we go. And then let's read a little about him. How about? My childhood memories, like many of us, aren't perfect, but I'll share some with my dad. He called me Tiger because I had a stuffed animal tiger. He'd take me to the Sugarloaf Cafe while he drank coffee and I had hot chocolate. Hot chocolate isn't refilled, by the way, like coffee is. Annoying. On a real good morning, I got a Hot Wheels car from the case up front. He made me feel safe, like he could always protect me. I used to love opening his lunchbox after he got home and eating the chocolate pudding pack he didn't eat. He told great stories. I loved circling things in the Wish magazine at Christmas with him, and I loved the one meal he knew how to make, tuna casserole. As a parent, I look back now and I know people do what they are capable of doing at the time. Excuse Buster. It's not perfect or always pretty, but we hope to always do better. He encourages and loves his grandkids and great-grandkids, and just when his gruffness seems so deep, he does something sweet with a twinkle in his eye and reminds me he loves us. All right, one more with Buster squeaking in the background. It's been 7 years since my dad passed. This time in the morning, he was already gone, but I would not know till late afternoon. At least not formally know. I assume my soul was trying to tell me that day, an unusual Friday, because I must not have been scheduled to waitress that evening, or I wouldn't have gotten a call in my office. My sister and I drove to his place to comfort his wife, who hadn't called to tell us for hours after he was gone. The place seemed empty without him. The recliner he sat and slept in, facing the TV with his back to the sliding glass window, open to the stairs that always welcomed visitors. I wonder why he didn't rearrange the furniture so he could see more of the world. A beautiful view of the mountain, a deer in the yard below. My youngest was in Mexico at the MTC, and I tried frantically to contact her. I cried with my other 2 children on the phone. My sister and I drove to the mortuary to see him before he became ashes. I'm not good at that part, the viewing part. The mortician, Ted, was sweet. He had been a friend of the family and said, "Your dad was always good to me." One of the only nice things I would hear when I told others of his passing. I wonder what Ted thought as my sister cried and touched my dad's head, and I showed no emotion. Looking at the man I had adored as a child and who had complicated my relationships with men with daddy issues. Our relationship was more than complicated, more than difficult, and he loved me how he could, with all he had, and I loved him too. That was written March 1st, 2023. Thanks so much for showing up. If your dad is still around, call him, hug him. Appreciate that he's still on the planet. Have a messy, blissful day.